Wow, surprise guest. Oh, wow. What a special guest. The first real employee of Dental Nachos. We cannot get her colleague because she's probably doing outfits on TikToks, her real dream.
I know.
Ariel Meridith, what a special thing to have happen. Ariel, I would love for you to share. Why did you work for a company named after an appetizer? You got to us through a true ABC, always be connecting a Lord Bernardo. But like Brandon, tell us your OG nacho experience.
I think at the time I was cleaning teeth and I knew that that wasn't my forever. And, you gave me a call, we chatted, and I just liked what you had to say. I think you were really passionate about what you were trying to do. And I don't know, sometimes I think I'm an easy sale, but you convinced me. I talked with some friends, they convinced me. And then I feel like once I met you and Mary, I knew that you guys were like good people and you had really good intentions. So that's why I ended up saying yes.
Awesome. And now maybe I've reached out and you really work. This is valuable. We'll get this on. What's it like to work for someone who's doing a startup, being one of the only 3 people there, running payroll to payroll, shifting gears all the time? A, maybe give people context of what that feels like if they want to do it. And B, Now that you're past that, how has it helped you in what you're currently doing?
It was intense, definitely. Intense, but there also there was a lot of fun, I would say. I feel like I learned and grew so much professionally and as an individual that first year and a half to 2 years, just because I think with startups, it takes like 2 to 3 years to really get the momentum going and become successful. So being able to see you guys with all your success now is like the real rewarding part.
Oh, that's awesome.
But we always had a lot of free snacks. Sometimes remember Industrious was like the glass bowl.
Right. We worked at a WeWork. And also I think what you do really, a compliment to you, Ariel, for someone who's a hygienist. Hygienists go, okay, 9 o'clock, I have a prophy, 10 o'clock, I have a prophy, 11 o'clock, I have a prophy. And when you work for a startup, things change immediately. Something happens new. You might have to go somewhere. You develop a resiliency. You develop a mental flexibility. I mean, one time you said, hey, we're sorry, but you have a lecture at 6 p.m. Now it's 2 p.m.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay. What did that mental flexibility plus resiliency, how has that served you in what you're doing now with financial planning and helping dentists?
It's helped a lot, honestly, being able to be mentally flexible from someone who I'm definitely a little OCD-esque and I'm a creature of habit. So it was great for me on a personal level, but it just makes you less annoyed throughout the day, knowing that things aren't always going to go as planned, and it's easy. It takes time, but once you get into the routine, it's easy to make the pivot. And usually the pivot is for the good. And even though you can't see it then, 99% of the time it is. So there's definitely been a lot of, oh, Paul, you were right.
Thanks. I appreciate it. We can get that again on video, right? I have a big test not guess. The other thing I want to ask you, I don't want to have too much of your time, but my amazing wife, Mary, you, similar. It's not really fair. I know it's probably not introversion versus extroversion, but you weren't always raising your hand to go to networking events when you kind of had to. So like I said, to Todd Fleischman, gently guiding you out of your comfort zone, having you stand there and have to have awkward, uncomfortable conversations with people that you've never met. Maybe something you might not have done if you had just done hygiene your whole life. Totally. A younger person in any field, why is getting out of your comfort zone when someone's going to support you in doing it? How does that help you?
So that's a good question. Honestly, getting out of your comfort zone is just where you grow as an individual. I think that if you didn't kind of push us to network, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. And now I go to a networking event once a week. So I think younger people take the advice, go to networking events. Don't just go to specifically dental networking events. Go to business networking events. There's a lot of small business networking events in the Philadelphia area that I've been going to, and you just never know who you're going to meet. It could be a patient that changes your practice completely.
Yeah, I mean, that's such good advice. Like, we always say, Gary V, one tweak could change your life. And it's really, you just never know who you, and sometimes you go by yourself. And sometimes these things are such small
I've been
dosages.
going by myself. You would be so proud.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, they're also small dosages. Like, people are like, I have time. Like, what else are you doing from 5 to 7 on Wednesday? I got that answer, nothing. So I really so proud of what you have done, Ariel, with your financial planning. So grateful. Dental Nachos would not be here if you were not sitting at that table with me, being able to deal with me. I think there was some value that coming from the dental field, you kind of knew the intense nature of a dental office, and it was normal for things to be intense. If people are here, how can they learn more about what you do to help them now?
Yeah, sure. So they can honestly just give me a call. My phone number is 609-425-5284. My whole goal is to help small business owners just become, more financially free in their future, and also just help them have peace of mind about it. I think there's a lot of uncertainty in life, and just because we make a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean we know what to do with it. And I think there's a lot of shame that comes with that. And we just want to create a judgment-free environment for people to be able to connect with us about their worries. And I feel like I learned a lot when I worked with you on all the coaching calls. Those were always interesting. That was probably my favorite thing. I feel like I learned so much. So just, be open to getting an outside perspective who's not emotionally invested in your current situation.
I absolutely love that. And also, just as you wrap up, it's also when you work with a company of any kind, and when they put you in front of great people like an Aldana Ambler, it's an education that's so priceless. So whatever company you're in, whether it's a dental company who puts you in front of CE or a coach, be really open-minded, because, probably when I brought in Aldana, you said, who is this lady who does this? And then yada, yada, she gives you kind of the tools to not only work with me, but also work in your professional life. So I think this constant growth is really key. So thanks, Ariel. I know it's your favorite season, beach season. So I hope you join the beach and come. We got a July 6th event at the beer garden. So hope to see you there.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. And congratulations on 50K. It's amazing. Awesome. I know it's also a headache, but hopefully more good than bad.
Maybe there'll be no refereeing for this one day. Everyone just be nice this one day. Thanks so much for jumping on. Nacho team, thanks for getting Ariel. That was so special. Well, as we wrap up, everyone's Ariel, I really appreciate people taking the time to watch in. I appreciate my amazing Dental Nachos and Dentist Job Connect team, my family, my friends, all of you for doing this. We've created ways to hopefully make you feel better, dentist better, feel less alone. In my final kind guilt trip, if you text Supreme to 215-543-6454, I would so love if we have ever supported you supporting us in what we do. Thanks so much for being you, and I will see you on Facebook at an in-person event. Please go to dentalnachos.com to check out the next things we have going on.